Vegeta. Alright, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme and 18-time heavyweight champion of the world, Peter Joseph here, for another video number 2 on your Thursday evening, now Thursday night, November the 20th, 2025. Thank you all for watching this video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, you know where it is by now, in the description box below, and subscribe to my other channels as well. Show your love and support, and if not, get out of here. But show your love and support to my channels. Getting pretty damn close to 1,000 here on the channel. We're just about 20 or so away. We're gonna hopefully get there. I think we might be a little bit close, but we got about a month to go till the end of the year, so maybe within the next 4.5, 5 weeks, we're gonna get to that mighty milestone of 1,000 subscribers on this channel. And thank you everybody for showing my rank channel some love. Big, huge, massive views and likes and everything on the rank channel. Almost 700 subscribers already. I was at 600, not even at 650 yet. Not 60, sorry. Yeah, not even at 650. Like, about a week ago, I was at 625, 630, and then now I'm at almost 700 subscribers. So thank you for all that. And keep it coming. Maybe we'll get to 750 by the end of the year. I don't know, maybe we'll get close to that, but thank you for that, and we'll move on with that. But show my other channels, besides this one, my rank channel, my main channel, Kill the Demon 669, and my Metal God channel, even my Shadow Slayer 2.0 channel, some love as well. But all the links are down below there. You know where. Down there! In the description box below, otherwise known as my pants. And like I said before, subscribe to my channels. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. But most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss anything, I can't help you. You're SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, somebody will tell you. Hey, you ain't gonna be me. But somebody will tell you. That's pretty much it. And if you're here for the first time, and you like what you see, you like professional wrestling, or sports, or music, or whatever you may like, you came to the right place, because I bring the pain. I bring everything. Would it be music reviews, you know, different topics and stuff like that, with wrestling news, wrestling reviews, predictions, everything under the sun. And if you like all that, please subscribe to the channel of your choice. You can subscribe to all my channels. It's fine by me. But that's that. But if you're here for the first time and you're thinking about subscribing, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to. If you want to, do it. But when you do, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab your nice tasty glass of whatever you're drinking. And sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, go watch somebody else. Simple as that. But you'll watch me because you got nothing else to do. You claim you do, but you don't. Because you have no lives. Actually, I actually have a life, because I do things. So, I got a big weekend coming, so I'm going to be doing a lot of things this weekend, so I'm going to be happy about that. We'll move on with that. Oh, by the way, Cherry Coke. We don't drink here. Occasionally we do. We don't have to, but, you know. If I want to have a nice drink every once in a while, I'm allowed to do it, but it's not the reason why I act wacky and, you know, crazy and shit. But I don't deny it, so if I'm actually drinking Jack and Coke or whatever and Coke and Pepsi, I'll say it, but most of the time I'm drinking straight Coke, straight Pepsi, Sprite, water, juice, milk, whatever. If you want to drink or on your channels, go ahead. It's your prerogative. I mean, it's your channel, you can do whatever you want. But it's my, and when I'm on my channel, I can do whatever I want too, so So don't come at me saying I'm an alcoholic, but I'm not. Because I only drink socially when I go to parties and stuff. Especially this weekend, I might be drinking a little bit. Not too much, but, a little bit. Can't drink a lot Saturday because I got a concert Sunday, so I can't do that, so. And plus, I'm videotaping and all that shit, so I can't do that, so. Not good, won't look good. But it is what it is. So I got lots of stuff this weekend. And what are you going to be doing? Thinking of me. But, especially your girlfriends will be thinking of me, as it is, but, I'm just a great guy, Mrs. will tell you that, but, it is what it is. But whatever you're doing this weekend, have fun, be safe, be well, and, that's all I gotta say about that. We got wrestling this weekend, we got Full Gear. Saturday night, we're gonna do some predictions. Probably early Saturday, because I do gotta go out early Saturday, and I might be back for Full Gear. I'm not sure on that yet. We'll see. It depends on the after-concert festivities that me and my friends are going to be going to, but we'll see with that. And we got week 12 has begun in the NFL, the league where they play for pay. Well, don't even know who's playing. Don't even care. The Niners don't play on Monday Night Football. Can't wait for that. So we'll see what happens with that, and we move on with all that. So that's that. But if you're here for the first time, well, welcome to the party. Grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get out. There's going to be I just got a notification from one of my friends that, New York City has signed a lease agreement to allow an maybe I read this wrong. $8 billion Hard Rock Casino, next to Citi Field. Interesting. I know they want to build like a soccer stadium or something, like a big, humongous thing around where the Mets play. I think that's already been, it's been, approved. So, there's going to be a lot of things going around the 7 train area if you go to Willis Point, where where it used to be Shea Stadium, now Citi Field. So, it's going to be a lot of things. The Hard Rock Casino, some lot of nightlife, a lot of things going on around there. So, I mean, if you like it, great. Then don't go. I personally like the Hard Rock Casino. I like the Hard Rock restaurant. But you can get a rock burger with extra rock sauce. Oh, wait, that's not the Hard Rock. Oh, it used to be. It is now, but it used to be WWE New York. Remember that? That was the place, man. I love that place. I went there a few times. I went there for the WrestleMania 17, kickoff. I think it was the kickoff party. Because I had, like, a lot of the wrestlers were there. Like, Taz was there. Back in the day when Taz was there. Taz. I met Triple H and Stephanie. Hi, Steph! I met a couple people there. And Saliva, when they first came out, I got there during sound check. Because, I got VIP through, Eddie Trunk, that bastard. No, he's a great guy. I'm just kidding. So I got that. As soon as I got in, everybody was waiting on the line. Everybody's like, oh, if you have the WWE magazine, you can go on the line and meet, various wrestlers, but I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna wait like 2 hours online and wait just to go downstairs and wait for like Triple H or Stephanie to sign my fucking book or whatever. That ain't happening. That shit ain't flying with me. So, I got the VIP pass and everything, and I went early, caught Saliva when they first came out with Josie Scott. Oh. They still kick ass with their new singer, but, Josie's doing his own version of Saliva. Not Saliva per se, but he's doing some songs that he did with Saliva on when he plays and jams and everything. But still, Saliva, the early years were great. The first 3 albums were damn good. I think the first 3, maybe 4 albums. But when the first album came out, and they were just rocking. I loved seeing Saliva, with Superstar and your disease and everything. Good shit. Click, click, boom. Oi. And they did Batista's theme song. I walk alone! You know, stuff like that. Batista still loves that song. Religiously, he does. But not the same Saliva we all know and love today. Because Josie Scott, gone. He still rocks, though, but... And Saliva, they came out with a couple albums after that. Not great, but still. It is what it is. But yeah. If you want to go to the Hard Rock Casino and gamble your life away, go ahead. And then maybe just catch a Met game after that. Or go to the Met game and then go spend your money after that. I mean, you can go to the bar right downstairs from Citi Field. I forgot the name of it. You can go do that, or you can do it during the game. Or if you want, go to the Hard Rock and watch the game at the Hard Rock instead of watching it at Citi Field. Whatever you want to do it. So, you know, people are like, I don't like this. You know, but as the great Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, used to say, you don't like it, but you must accept it. Right, Randy? Ooh yeah. Dig it. Okay. Got that. Anyway. Talk about Randy later. But yeah, so we got that. Alright, enough about that, the New York, Mets and, the Hard Rock Cafe in WWE New York back in the day. Back in my day! You know. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a great Thursday and a Thursday night. Once again, still cold here in the Northeast as we are heading into Thanksgiving next Thursday. So it'll be a great day. We can watch the parade and then watch some football while we eat and get fat. Yeah, probably one of Scott Steiner's favorite holidays is Thanksgiving, because everybody gets fat! The son of the bitches are getting fat! Yeah, I'll make them bleed! Okay, Scott, calm down, please. Yeah, everybody gets fat on Thanksgiving, and then they run to the department stores and the retail stores and act like complete schmucks trying to get the latest electronics. And everybody's like rampaging through the door, like feel like Slayer, you know, like all the Slayer fans from the back of the fucking building onto the main stage. Slayer, you know. It's just chaos on Black Friday. You shouldn't even call it Black Friday. You should just call it Friday. I've said that many times, that Black Friday should be abolished and just call it Friday. But, you know, they call it Black Friday because everybody gets the cheap deals before Christmas. I got one. It's pretty much about to ship. I should be getting it, hopefully, by Thanksgiving or Black Friday, because it's a Black Friday sale. So, 71% off. That's a good deal. I didn't have to pay a lot for my muffler. I bought a shirt for $20. Actually, it was $10, but with shipping, it was $10 shipping. I bought it for $20. But it was a limited edition In This Moment shirt that you can't find anywhere else. So I'm getting ready to get that. I'm going to do an unbagging of that when it comes in, whatever that may be. Might be, I think it's going to come probably by next week. Because it should be shipped probably tonight, tomorrow, probably tomorrow. You know, it's coming from California, so it'll probably take, I'd say 3 days. I should get it I might get it on Thanksgiving Day. Or Black Friday morning, but we'll see. But yeah. If I have the money to get it, so why not? I could have got 2 for $50, but I wanted to get 1, so I get that one for my birthday. So I got one of my gifts for my birthday. So, but I getting a few others that I already put down for. So we get that. Good stuff. Good stuff coming your way. Alright, anyway, on this Thursday night, November the 20th, 2025, if people are watching Impact right now, it's not live, it's taped, I believe. Ring of Honor as well. But we're rolling on into the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend with Full Gear, football. Going to be great. So have fun, be safe, be well. That's that. Alright, check out my Raw Thoughts video. Link is in the description box below. But now, after 15 minutes of spiel, it is time for your NXT Gold Rush Night 1 review for Tuesday night, November the 18th, 2025, and we are emanating from the theater, the lovely theater, at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all sports arenas, better than your arena in your shithole city. And that's Madison Square Garden in the great, so-called great city, biggest city in the world, the greatest city in the world, run by a communist. That's New York City. Oh, that should be fun tomorrow. Can't wait. Trump and Mamdani at the White House tomorrow. Oh! Here's my popcorn. Gotta make some popcorn. Watch that on CNN or Fox News. Really Fox News, because CNN's fake. But I heard CNN is going streaming. I already know that, but Optimum sound. I got a thing from Optimum. CNN's streaming on Optimum TV. Who cares? I don't have that. I have Dish. They got way better channels than Optimum ever would have, so. Still watching the Osbournes 24/7 channel religiously. It's great. Get to see, reruns. I watched one season, and then the next season will show up. Then I watch, then like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching season 1 again. And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it! That's great. Good shit. A lot of good bonus channels I get, that I'm just finding out about. It's just great. 24/7 Alf channel, 24/7 Price is Right, Family Feud from the, I think the old days with Richard Dawson. I don't know, I think there's some with Steve Harvey, not much. There's a lot of other channels that have good stuff on it, but I don't watch most of them, but. And I get Netflix for free, so I get to watch Raw every Monday night for free. Not that I could with a messed up stream, but no, I get it for free with my package. So, wait a minute. My package! I digress. Alright. So, from the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City, Gold Rush Night 1. They already taped Night 2. There is spoilers. I already mentioned one of them. I might mention a second one, so if you don't want to hear it, click off pretty much when I get to that point. But we move on with that. Alright, and our commentary team every Tuesday night. The man with the creepy jacket, lots of candy, kids love him, Vic Joseph, and the two-time Hall of Famer, the man who smokes more fucking weed than you do, and that's a fact, and that's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Booker T, sucker. Oh yeah. Okay, Booker T, calm down. Oh yeah. Okay. Shucky ducky quack quack. Okay. Alright, Booker T and Vic Joseph on commentary, as always, for Night 1 of Gold Rush, as we're leading into Deadline 2 weeks from tomorrow. Well, it's the same date as Final Battle, same date as Final Resolution, so, well, Deadline is the night after Final Battle, so it's the same weekend, but it is what it is. So that's a big weekend, the first weekend of December. And we got a lot more coming as we roll up to the end of 2025 into 26. So, good stuff. Alright, so we open the show with a long as fuck video about the importance of gold. I love gold! Okay, and looks at the matches on the first half of Gold Rush. Alright, so how fitting it's in MSG, well, close enough to MSG, right downstairs, but we got that. That's it. Alright, so we open up the show with match number 1 for the Triple A Mixed Tag Team titles. So we had Ego Ethan Page, our Canadian National Champion, And Madam President, the Women's United States Champion and the other half of the Mixed Tag Team Champions, Chelsea Green, with Alba Fire, the Sergeant at Arms at ringside. They take on, I guess we'll say his name, and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. And his partner, the resident weirdo, Thea Hale. How do we get that? It wasn't a bad match per se, but under 11 minutes. Starts out with Chelsea and Thea. Thea snapmares Chelsea down. Chelsea gets forced into a Hendry-style wave. What's this, New Kids on the Block? Come on now. You know, they would go, whoa, whoa, just hanging tough. Okay. Yeah, that shows my age. I love New Kids on the Block. You don't like it? Tough shit. Go listen to your garbage rap that nobody gives two fucks about. I listen to good rap like 50 Cent or, Jay-Z or Nas or whoever it may be. I don't listen to these garbage rappers like Ren and NF and Kendrick Lamar. They bore the fuck out of me. Oh, they're way better. They got more Grammys than In This Moment. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't care if they have more Grammys and they have more views on YouTube and more, they have more gold records or platinum records. I don't give a fuck. You like what you like, I like what I like. You don't like what I like? Too fucking bad. And it's not K-pop. K-pop is way different than metal. Learn the difference. Or shut the fuck up. Fucking morons. K-pop is better than metal. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Moving on. Alright, so Joe Hendry comes in with a basic headlock takeover on Ethan Page, because the men fight the men and the women fight the women. Then a running shoulder block, a delayed suplex gets a near fall on Ethan with Chelsea making the save, and then all four people are in the ring. Chelsea gets drop kicked into Ethan, ouch, and then Joe Hendry and Thea Hale do their stupid pose. And we go to break, we come back. Joe Hendry slugs away on Ethan, grabs the fallaway slam, and then Chelsea and Ethan are sent outside for a trust fall from Thea Hale. You're not Kofi Kingston. Stop. Thank God she's not. Anyway, Thea gives Chelsea an exploder on the inside of the ring. Ow. And then everything breaks down again. And then we get the unpretty her from Chelsea. And then we cut to some commercial for a law firm. Like, what is this? Why do you cut to a commercial after the person gives the finisher? Who booked this? Not even booked it. Who's running the truck? Better not be you, Higginbottom. Why do you cut to commercial? Moron. Anyway, we cut right back to Thea getting the Kimura lock on Chelsea, and then Joe Hendry gets shoved into them to make the save, and then Chelsea grabs the unpretty her again. 1, 2, 3 to get the win to retain the Triple A Mixed Tag Team titles. The finish was alright, but the way they did it, why do you go to commercial when Chelsea either went for the unpretty her or hit the unpretty her? Makes no sense. I know you gotta pay your bills and shit, but come on, dude. Not at right near the end of the match. The match could have ended. They could have went to commercial real quick. Oh, they won. Let's go back, quick. No, you missed it. I want to see it now. Everything I'm saying right now is happening right now. What happened to then? You missed it. Damn. Who's running this ship? I'm surrounded by assholes. Yo. Spaceballs reference. Asshole, sir. Major asshole. He's my cousin. Good stuff. Alright, so Chelsea and Ethan get the win. Match, didn't really care about. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to the women's locker room where we see Big Mama Pump Jordynne Grace with her glasses. I wear glasses. I see you wear glasses too. And she's there with Luna Sissy. Woo, caliente. They're ready to take the Knockouts title from Kelani Jordan. Well, actually, Jordan is. And speaking of, Mrs. Him, and they're getting married at the end of next year. Why wait that long? Well, whatever. Anyway, she says, jealousy doesn't look good on you, Jordan, and I'm going to be champion for a long time, and see you next Tuesday. Well, if you saw my short, Kelani do not have belt no more. So, there's your one spoiler for the, well, I got 2 spoilers. One, that's the first one. Xia Li is now the new Knockouts champion. Don't figure that one out. I mean, happy for Xia Li, but why? It's like Jinder my balls winning the world title from, who did he beat? He beat Randy, and he became a 6-month champ, and everyone was like, what the fuck? Don't hinder the Jinder. But you can Jinder my balls anytime, ladies. That goes. Moving on. But yeah, Xia Li's gonna be a long-term champ. Probably not. I think she's gonna lose at a final resolution, or she keeps it till Genesis in January. Yeah, we'll see. And we got that. Moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we see the lovely Ava Raine with a big, huge announcement. This was pretty huge. She announces that John Cena will be making his first NXT appearance. And he's going to be picking the entrance for the Iron Survivor matches at Deadline. Instead of having legends do it, now we got a legend in his own mind, John Cena, doing it. He might, there's a lot of people that want to get into that Iron Survivor match, and, you haven't Cena do it. People are going to be pissed. Like, I want to face Cena! Oh, too bad he's retired. Sucks to be you. So, if you're not like Oba Femi or Trick, or even Javon, you're pretty much screwed. And same thing for the women. But, so we'll see what happens next, this coming Tuesday on the program with Big Johnny. Not that Johnny. Not John Laurinaitis! People power, baby! Big Johnny! Okay. Not him. Imagine it was him, though. That'd be funny as hell. I was the executive vice president of talent relations. People power. I used to suck Vince McMahon's cock. No, he did. I don't know, but I just felt like saying that. He probably did. Who knows? He got involved in that whole bullshit with Vince, and basically had to weasel his way out of, going to jail. That didn't help his love life because the Bella Slut's mom divorced him. Sucks to be you, Johnny. Now you can mire away in obscurity. Could have used your people power, but you ratted out Vince, which is kind of a good idea. But that thing is still going on, the Janelle Grant case. I don't know when it's going to end. And how. Well, Vince is like 80 years old, so even if he went to jail, he'll be dead anyway, so. Not to say anything bad about Vince, but, he's a creep. He's a creepy bastard, that's what he is. Senile, creepy bastard, but without him, there would be no wrestling. Like, there was, if, when Hogan died, there would be no WWE without Vince McMahon or Hulk Hogan and company. And now, Hogan's passed away. We still got wrestling, we're still good, but without Hogan, there wouldn't be people like John Cena or Roman Reigns or Triple H, Undertaker, Stone Cold, people like that. But now, WWE's doing okay-ish under, Vince's dopey son-in-law and his, his doofus son-in-law and his daughter. I forgot the line that Punk said. I think he said, like, his dumb daughter and his doofus son-in-law or something like that. You know, in some ways, Punk was right, because after Triple H took over, it wasn't so good, but then it got great, and now it's kind of like, meh. Like this? Stale. But, you know, WWE's doing pretty good. Same thing with AEW. And TNA's doing, had a great year this year. Ring of Honor, not so much. But New Japan, kicking ass. Kicking ass. Stardom's doing good, too. I watched the thing on I think it was on Twitter. I saw, like, a whole bunch of Stardom chicks beat the fuck out of Yujiro Takahashi. Sucks to be you, Yujiro. I know you have a lot of hoes, but, them hoes be beating your ass now. Katsuyami and everybody were beating the fuck out of him. I loved it. And the tag league's going on right now. I think it's supposed to end on the 16th of December. So the World Tag League is I think it's just started, so check that out if you like New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Wrestle Kingdom 20, right around the corner, guys. I can't wait! Can't wait to see that. Tanahashi, Okada one more time. Oh. Got Takeshita. Oh, is it Takeshita? Yeah, Takeshita versus, Takeshita versus Tsuji to unify. I think it's the unify, not unify per se, but for both belts, the IWGP Heavyweight title and the Global title. Takeshita's had a monster year. Monster year. Winning the G1, winning the IWGP title. Great matches galore this year. And now he's probably going to be a double champion. Or a triple champion. Because of what happened on Dynamite and Collision with Don Callis putting him and Okada and Chasero in a CMLL Trios title match. So, Okada could have 4 belts. Takeshita could have 3 belts by the time we get to January the 4th. Holy shit. There's too many people that have too many belts. What is this, Mercedes-Benz? Oh shit, I just said that. That damn whore got 13 belts. You'd think it's 14, but it's not. They unified the Ring of Honor Women's title last night, so it counts as 13. Because she had the belt, she just unified the other half of the belt that Red Velvet never really lost. But now she did, so now Mercedes Moné is the current reigning, defending Ring of Honor Women's TV champion. Not that she's going to defend that belt, but because she hasn't defended one single belt besides the CMLL Women's title and the TBS title. That's it. Anything else, she don't defend it. Why have it? It's better to have it than not need it, than need it and not have it. That's our commercial. They got ripped off. Me and Rosa made that commercial. We should be raking in the dough, boy. Like great rapper said. I forgot who said that. But freaking life insurance company stole our idea. Fuck. We were gonna actually make that for the American Express card. We put the idea in, but never got used. It would have been nice for the American Express card to make that. We could have been... I could have been... Make it rain on that ass. You know what I mean? But, can't get everything. But still, making more money than you. Digress. Where are we? Alright, so Johnny Cena is going to be picking the Iron Survivors next week, so we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go into the crowd, into the great crowd at the Theater, at Madison Square Garden. We have Sarah Schreiber is with Tavion Heights. Asks about how things have changed for him this year. He says, reality is that I'm in New York City. I want to be in the Iron Survivor Challenge. The Iron Survivor match. And if Cena picks picks me, I know that that's all the validation I need, because my boys, John Cena, picked me. And then out of nowhere, Josh Briggs just comes out of nowhere and they start a big, humongous fight in the crowd. You know, the New Yorkers love that. Beat his ass! You know? It's always good, but, you know, enter at your own risk. It's like the mosh pit. Enter at your own risk. So if you're in the crowd at a wrestling show, whether it be an indie show or a GCW or your local bingo hall, you might have somebody in your lap. But, you know, unless it's a chick, then you paid admission for it. Good stuff. But you don't want some fat slob, you know, in your lap. You're trying to move. Ah, shit! I've had that happen many times. Not with the women yet, but, yeah. I've had women, like, near my area, but not, like, thrown into my lap, I wish. But, you know, it'd be nice to have, like, Io or Kairi or Asuka, you know, on my lap. It wouldn't be a bad thing. But, you know, it is what it is. But, whatever. But they were fighting in the crowd. The crowd's like, yeah! And they're beating each other up all the way into the concessions, the merch stand, and then they were fighting in the back somewhere, and I think we saw the Elegance brand in one segment. I'm like, what the hell are they doing there? Just weird, and I think Ava made a match for that with them. Craziness. So, like I said, if you're in the crowd, especially in the front row, you better have insurance, because you never know what might happen. I know that from experience, Michael Elgin. Not even Michael Elgin, Roddy. Roddy! Roddy got thrown into my section. If it wasn't for the freaking barricade, Roddy would have been in me and Rosa's lap. And pretty much, like, 3 people next to us. I lost my goddamn Coke. Because I didn't have Pepsi at the Hammerstein, which sucks. Now, I was always mad about that. I was always mad at Elgin for, you know, wasting a Coke. Now it's Roddy. I hate to tell Roddy you owe me a Coke because he'll forget. You remember that time at Final Battle 2012 or 11 or 12 when you got thrown into my area? I lost my Coke that night. Shit. So you owe me a Coke. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a joke. Whatever. But anyway, moving on with that. Speaking of the Hammerstein, AEW's coming back to the Hammerstein around Christmas time. And pre-sale went on sale today. Bam! I'm going, baby. I'm going again. Like I did last year for my birthday weekend. I'm going again. Can't wait. I can't wait. Gonna be great. But they're taping on a Saturday and Sunday. So the Christmas Eve edition of Dynamite will be taped, obviously. That's the Miracle on 34th Street edition of Dynamite. And Collision will be on Christmas night with Christmas Collision. So, you get your Christmas Eve and Christmas edition of Dynamite and Collision. So while you're opening your presents, having a good Christmas Eve meal, not having to watch boring Christmas movies, not that many good Christmas movies, but, you know, or watch, well, I would say football, but I don't think there's a game at 8 o'clock, but whatever you're doing on your Christmas Eve, basically, you're not watching anything, watch Dynamite, why not? Why not sit back and have fun with your loved ones and watch some Dynamite instead of watching Home Alone or watching It's a Wonderful Life for the 5 millionth time. And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Where's George? George Bailey. George. Susan's pills. There they are. There they are. Happy New Year! Okay, no, not Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Redwood Falls! Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, George. Moron. Oh, boy. Classic, but, you know, do we really need to see it 50 fucking times all through December? I know it's a Christmas movie, one of the greatest Christmas movies ever. You know, the best Christmas movie of all time, you know what it is? Jingle All the Way! That's a Christmas movie, not Die Hard! Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's based around Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. So stop saying it is a Christmas movie. It's not. Because when it first came out, it wasn't even around Christmas. Dumbass. Even if Bruce Willis says it's a Christmas movie, it's not. Don't believe him. Believe the real people that know what a Christmas movie is. And It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie. Jingle All the Way, Christmas movie. Home Alone, Christmas movie. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Christmas series, not, well, special, whatever you want to call it. But Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what anybody says. You can't even debate it. I don't even need to debate it. It's a Christmas movie. How so? It's based on Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie. You don't see Santa Claus there. You don't see, like, various Christmassy stuff in the movie. It's not a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so Josh Briggs and Tavion beat the fuck out of each other for a while. That's it. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to the back where we have Delta. Not sure if her bestie, Sol Ruka, should go through with her women's North American title match against Blake Monroe. Oh my. But Sol's like, yep, I'm gonna do it anyway, even with a bum leg. The tension, you can feel the tension. The split up is about to happen. Alright, so we get to the North American title match between Blake Monroe and Sol Ruka. Delta at ringside. Pretty good match. We start off with a running boot to head. A running boot to head staggers Blake, but she comes right back with a spinning side slam. And then she locks in a half crab, but Sol Ruka got out of that pretty quickly. Kicks away at Blake. Only to miss a charge in the corner. Ow. And then Blake wraps the healed up knee around the ring post. Aye. As we go to break. Smart by the champ. Come back. Blake stays on the knee. Sol fights up. Hits a missile drop kick. I don't know if that was a smart idea. But anyway. Blake gets sent to the outside. Sol hits a step up moonsault. But tweaks her knee. Uh-oh. In the process. They go back in the ring. Blake grabs a half crab. And then takes the knee brace off. That metal knee brace. And she starts cranking on that knee. And then Delta's like, where's the towel? It feels like Duke from Rocky IV. Throw in the damn towel! Throw the damn towel! Come on, Rock! Throw the towel, Rock! You soap this fun, I'll kill you. Basically. So, she's about to throw the towel, and Sol's like, no! No! She's about to get to the ropes, and then Blake just like, nuh-uh. Brings her back in, then, she like torqued her knee in this weird, I thought she was like, I'm gonna rip it off. Like, she had so much torque behind that. And then Delta's like, fuck, throw the towel in. Blake Monroe wins by, well, she basically retained because Delta threw in the towel. That's pretty much it. So, good storytelling with Sol Ruka fighting through the pain in her leg. Blake, during her dual personality thing, like she turned into evil Blake Monroe, or Mariah May, and then turned into good Mariah May. Which she did at the end of the match. She grabs the title and is like, hey, oh, hi. Hi, kids, you like violence? No. So we get that. Alright, so Blake Monroe retains the Women's North American title in under 13.5 minutes. Pretty good match, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And not looking good with Sol Ruka and Delta, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Alright, then we see the lovely ladies of Fatal Influence. We got Jacy Jayne and Fallon Dokor Don Henley and Lainey Reed, who is not the WWE ID champion. That's Lainey Luck, a different lady. So I apologize. So I get told that on Twitter. It's not Lainey Reed, it's Lainey Luck. Oh, I had to look it up. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Hey, I get to be wrong every once in a while, but it is what it is. Alright, there we go. Look at the man from Wakanda, the Ruler, Oba, who, Femi, coming back last week to stare down Ricky Starks. So, we get a face-to-face with Ricky and Oba. Oba looking strong, the man from Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Yeah. So, Ricky's not surprised that Oba has returned because he knows that Oba was getting worn down and then lost the belt as a result of that. Ricky says, I was fighting against TNA and then retained a couple weeks ago in that last man standing match with Trick Willie. Shamon. Oba says, I'm back. I want to be more than just best dressed. I mean, Oba does wear some nice stuff, you know what I mean? Probably steals it from The Rock. He went into the 1990s Rock shirt collection, probably. Then again, maybe Oba goes to the Men's Warehouse. Because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you want to look good, you go there, and they'll tell you look good, because they guarantee it. I go there. I don't wear it now, but when I go out to fancy places and parties and shit like that, I look good. Because when you look good, you feel good. That's my commercial. Not Mike the Situations from Jersey Shore. That's not his commercial. He said it on the show, but it's not a commercial. He says it's a commercial, but it's not. As far as I know, it's not. But if it's not, I'm going to make it a commercial. Pretty soon, I might actually make that. I gotta see if it's actually patented first. If it's not, I think I might make a commercial. And be rolling in the dough bar. Hopefully. But we'll see. Anyway. So always says, the sun is setting on the Revolution era, and I'm going to be the one to cast a shadow. He casts a mean shadow, I'll tell you that. So, the match is set for Deadline for the NXT World title, and then Trick Willie Shamon, he comes out, and then Miles, don't call him Ozzy Osbourne. Where did you come from? He comes from behind, hits Trick in the back with a chair. For what reason? And says, I'm going to win the Iron Survivor Challenge and come for the belt at New Year's Evil. Do we take don't call him Ozzy Osbourne serious now? Can he be in this match? I say possibly. I would love to see him. He's going to win it? Probably not. Though I would love to see Miles and Oba one more time. Or Miles and Ricky could be good. Possibly, but you never know. You never know, but I could probably see Trick Willie, Javon Evans, Miles Bourne, maybe Tavian Heights and Josh Briggs. There's your 5 right there. Well, it's not up to me, it was up to John Cena, but I think the main 2 are probably going to be in it is Trick Willie and probably Miles Bourne. Maybe Javon. Maybe. Maybe Javon. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so all that, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After that, Ava's in her office, starts... no, it's in the back, I think. She starts yelling at Miles, but she gives him a match with Trick Willie next week. And then she has to leave because she gets a phone call, and she is pissed. Yeah, probably her daddy, Dwayne, called her. It's like, what are you doing? Click. Then again, it could be Santino. You never know. You never know who calls her. You know, son, you son of a gun. So we'll see what happens with all that. We move up. Then after that, Josh Briggs and Tavion Heights are brawling, where Tavion gets chokeslammed through a table. Damn. I wonder if that was the phone call. Probably was. She's like, what? Ah, fuck! Click. I gotta deal with this shit. Fuck. Well, you are the GM. Sucks to be you. I mean, hey, you had to take over for real! You know? Well, actually, she didn't, but... we get that. Alright, then we get to the match that pissed a lot of people off. For the NXT Tag Team titles, we had Deuces and Jokers, Dark State, of Osiris Griffin and Dion Lennox, taking on your boys, Bouncy, Javon Evans, and the X-Division champion from TNA, Leon Slater, Boomla Clot. We have that. You lost Clot, Boomla Clot. Dirty. Oh, no, I'm gonna say. We get that. 11-minute match. Was pretty decent to start. As Darcy got knocked to the floor. Javon Bouncy does his bouncy stuff, hits a big flippy dippity-doo over the top. The crowd's going nuts to go back in. A power slam gets a near fall on Leon Slater, with Javon having to make the save. Osiris Griffin gets sent to the outside, and a running Hurricane Rana gets a near fall on Dion Lennox back in the ring. And then Dark State gets thrown back to the floor for stereo flippy dippity doos. The crowd's going nuts again. As we go to break, we come right back. As always, the heels come back during the break, most of the time. Javon's in trouble. Dion's short DDT, a la Jake Roberts. Tommy, you could have picked anybody to be your partner, but you picked Jake Roberts, you fucking idiot. Okay, Terry, calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. I was a hardcore legend in Japan. Japan, #1. Forever. And ever. Okay. Calm down. No more. Terry, stop playing around. Cactus, you fucking idiot. Go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I'm going to eat my Doritos. You eat your Doritos and shut up. Okay, have a nice day. Okay. Anyway, I do great impressions. You can't. So if you don't like it, tough shit. You're going to watch it anyway. And critique it and call and say, I'm an alcoholic. I'm drinking. I'm going crazy. No. Straight, man. It's straight. You can't tell it's alcohol in here. You can't tell I have alcohol in my freaking refrigerator. So, shut up! Go do your boring stuff and, get high and drunk while you're watching me. Go ahead. I don't care. When it's your prerogative, you want to act like a schmuck. I don't have to. And if I'm a schmuck, I'm an honest, sexy schmuck. Remember that. But I digress. Alright, so we go to break. Come back. Dion hits a short DDT for a near fall. Javon flips away from Dion. But and kicks him down. I thought he kicked him down low. Gets the hot tag. The Leon Slater comes in like a house of fire. A spin kick to the head takes Osiris Griffin to the floor. And Dion is kicked down as well. Slater busts out the running big flippy dippity-doo to the floor. Almost hit the cameraman. And the Eddie Galeno S.A. Frog Splash. That wasn't even like Eddie, but he got a near fall out of that. Because he didn't do it like me, S.A. Pero. I know, because when you do it, you usually get 3 count, right? I did, that's why I won the title. What's wrong with you, man? Sorry, Eddie. You okay? You okay, S.A. Pero? I'm good. I thought you were drinking, S.A. No, we don't drink. On your birthday, we do. And my birthday, we drink. Well, you have a great birthday, S.A. Pero. Well, it's not yet. Not my birthday yet. Few weeks. We're counting down those days, almost a month away. To level 49, the greatest day in the world. Can't wait. Moving on. So, Leon gets a near fall. Actually, it was Javon, sorry. Javon gets a near fall off the Eddie Galeno Frog Splash. And then the rest of Dark State, Cutler James and Saquon Sugars, try to just get a distraction. That didn't work. Actually, it kind of did work because Leon gets double power bombed on the outside. Ow! And then Javon tries for the... no, it's on the inside of the ring, sorry. Javon tries to save with a, like a splash or some type of move, and he accidentally hits Leon Slater. Oops. And then he gets thrown out of the ring, and then they hit the Doomsday Device on poor Leon Slater, flipping him like a freaking thing in the dryer, basically. Whoop, 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 all around. And Dark State retains the titles. Oh! People were pissed. I'm people. So, I wanted Leon and Javon to get the win, because Dark State is garbage. So, it is what it is. So now you have Dark State, you got... Well, I'll spoil it. You got JC Jane back as the NXT Women's Champion. NXT's not fun anymore, except for Blake Monroe. That's it. Because JC Mahal, people saying JC Mahal, Jesus Christ. You know, not fun. Alright, so, I don't know what's going to happen on Tuesday night with Leon, Slater, and Javon. Maybe they have a match at Final Resolution that hopefully will not get ruined by Dark State. I think they might do it at Genesis, but... Or you can do it on NXT TV. We'll see what happens with that. But it is what it is. But Javon was like, my bad. Yeah, right. He wanted to do that. And that's that. We move on with that. Alright, decent match. 3 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, we go to the back with Maddie Rankowski giving her bestie, Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion, a pep talk before she has to defend the title against Lainey Reed. And that's this Tuesday on the program in week 2. So we get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to probably, I think, was a great freaking intro promo, if you will. We have my boy Shiloh Hill, the winner of LFG Season 1, even though he should have won Season 1. Well, he won Season 2, he should have won Season 1. The pastor Jasper Troy won that. But Season 2 winner Shiloh Hill does his introductory promo. He's like a nerd. He's really smart on the computer and his Commodore 64 computer. But he gives a backstory with his interest in things like the dark web and quantum mechanics. Okay. And he liked hitting people in football. I think he talked about Tesla. That he could have got a job at Tesla, but he chose the WWE. Look where he is now. But we're going to get more on him later. But good way to introduce the guy. Probably one of the best ways to introduce the LFG stars. Because we really didn't get much for Danny Sikelski or now Skylar Ray. Didn't get much about that. Jasper we kind of did. But now he's branching out. Now he's a speed champion. So all belts that. And then nothing. We didn't get an intro for Tyra May Steele. Nothing. She just brought her up. She does a promo in the back. I think with Lash Legend and company. And then she had a couple matches. Lost. Had that thing with Tavion with Chelsea and Ethan. Lost at at Heat Wave. No. Did they win? They won at Heat Wave, I think. I forget. They had that match at Heat Wave, which was boring. And then Tyra May Steele gets the crap beat out of her. I think about a week or so ago. I forget by who, but yeah. So, basically, the men are doing much better than the women. Not to say anything bad about my girl Danny Sikelski. I know she's going to get there, but you know, she was in the finals of the speed tournament. Well, not the finals, but the semifinals, where she faced Fallon Henley, who beat her, and now she's facing Delta this Tuesday night. Oh, spoiler incoming! You don't want to hear it? 3, 2, 1. Fallon Henley is the new speed champion. So now, as I get into the main event with JC Jane and Tatum, JC won the belt back, obviously. And now Fallon Henley got a belt, and Lainey Reed possibly will win the Evolve title, so Fatal Influence got all the gold around their sexy waists. But, we'll see. Alright, so, but going back to Shiloh, good introduction. Actually, we got something, backstory with some of them, even if you didn't watch LOG, but still. Good stuff. Alright, then we get what's coming on night 2, and then we get a video for the Evolve Men's Champion, Jackson Drake, who's going to defend his belt against the great man that he is, Sean Legacy. That's going to be a great match. Can't wait for that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the locker room. We go to some room. Sol Ruger is pissed, and rightfully so, at Delta for throwing in the towel. And Delta says, well, it was for your own good. Sol doesn't want to hear that. And then Delta got right in their face. He's like, you son of a bitch. But she's like, for the good of the team, I'm going to calm down. Right. That heel turn needs to come so bad right now. It needs to happen. Delta needs to get away from Sol Ruger, or put her away for good. I think they're just waiting. I don't know how much longer are we gonna wait? Was my good buddy Vic Tipotetto would say, how long I gotta wait? How long I gotta wait? Gonna wait a long time there, Vic. Just like your Giants trying to win a Super Bowl. Ooh. Not going to be a good week for the Giants. They got to play the Lions this week. Ugh. And the Lions are coming off a loss against the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Lions are going to be pissed. So, you're throwing a garbage Giants team. I think they're playing in Detroit. So, probably going to 2-10, Vic. Jeez. Niners, as we know, play at home against the Carolina Panthers. Then they go to Cleveland on next Sunday. Goes back-to-back weeks, 12 and 13. Then they got the bye week, week 14, December the 7th. And then they got 4 more games after that. They end with the Seahawks, January the 7th, I believe. That's going to be tough. They got the Titans. They got what do they got after the bye? They got the Titans, the Bears, the Colts, and the Seahawks. Not easy. Not easy. I think they can win that Titans game. The Colts in Indy, that's going to be tough. And then you got the Bears in Chicago, in the Windy City at Soldier Field. That's going to be tough, especially in December, mind you. Cold as fuck, Soldier Field. On grass. That could be hard grass because, with the temperatures and possible snow in December in Chicago, the frozen grass of Soldier Field, that's not going to be fun. And they just got a new kicker, Matt Gay. Nice name. Yeah, they got him from, where did he get him from? No, I think Washington. I think he played for the Redskins. Or the Commanders, sorry. So, we'll see what he can do, since Eddie Guerrero Pinheiro has a grade 1 hamstring injury, so he's week to week. So, hopefully he can come back either next week against the Browns, or what I would do is rest him until week 15. Hopefully that hamstring will heal, and he can kick 65-yard field goals right down the middle, daddy, like Bill Alfonso would say. So we need him. We kind of need Eddie Pinheiro Guerrero for the playoff run and possibly into the playoffs. I think the Niners can get in. I think they will. Right now, they need number 7 seed, the final seed. They will face the Rams in SoFi. Ugh. That's not a good draw. I'd rather face the Eagles and get destroyed. Well, maybe take it. Because the Eagles did get beat by the Giants of all teams. But, you know, the Eagles are susceptible to lose. They could just throw a stinker like they did against the Giants. Oy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're not even there yet. But week 12, we got basically 6 weeks to the end of the year, and then the playoffs start. But Niners got 6 games left. I'm hoping they go 5-1. 4-2 maybe gets in. Maybe. But they're a half game behind Seattle for second place. Still a game and a half behind the Rams for first place in the division. And they own... Well, they don't own the tiebreaker. They own the division record at 4-1. With 1 to play. That's against the Sheepcocks. So if they win that, they have 5-1 in the division. Which could matter, could not matter. But I think a wild card could help, and they could do some damage on the road, and maybe get 1 game at Levi, because the Super Bowl, guess where it is? In SoFi. Jesus Christ, they're in Levi, SoFi, tomato. Who cares? All right, we got that. So Jackson Craig. We'll take on Sean Legacy for the Evolved Men's title. And then Delta and Soruka. This close to breaking up. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, after that. What do we get after that? Alright, after that we go to the main event of night 1 of Gold Rush. And it's for the NXT Women's title. The creepy girl Tatum Paxley with the Cuckling at ringside. Bookie Hogan 2.0, that's Izzy Dame, along with Sean Spears and Nico. She takes on Jacy Jayne with Laney Reed and Fallon Don Henley at ringside. This was pretty good. You knew that the seconds were gonna get in. We're gonna start a fight, and we're getting to the end. And Tatum hits a cannonball off the apron. And then Izzy grabs the title. Because the referee was trying to get restore order basically. Izzy throws the belt into Tatum. And Tatum's like, I don't want to use the belt. And then Jacy tries, they kind of struggle with that. And then Tatum tries to roll up Jacy. Jacy kicks out at 2. Knocks Tatum to the outside. And then Izzy Dane with a heinous attack kicks Tatum right in the mouth. After before that, I lost my notes. I'm trying to remember offhand. Jacy hit the rolling encore, and I thought that was it. And then Tatum kicked out at 2, and everyone was like, "What?" And then she didn't know what to do, and then the whole belt sequence thing happened, and then Izzy turned, which should have happened weeks ago, but she turned on Tatum, she threw it back in, and then Jacy hit the rolling encore again. This time, 1, 2, 3, we have a new women's champion for the second time. Jacy Jayne is back as champ. People don't like it, but you gotta accept it. Tatum, once again, is, well, she knows who her friends really are because they turned on her. And I saw it coming. I knew it. I just knew it. As soon as she won the title, and she's like, I'm gonna give everybody a chance, and Izzy's like, yeah, right, fuck you, bitch. You know? Should have gave Izzy a chance. What happens? You don't do it. So that's pretty much it. So Jacy wins in just under 11.5 minutes to become the two-time NXT Women's Champion. Big celebration with her and Fallon and Laney in the ring. And, the Cuckling are staring at Tatum as we go to black. That's it. And then on WWE Exclusive on the YouTube channel, Tatum is crying and bitching and moaning. I thought we were my friends. And then she goes on Twitter saying, why? What do you, what's her name? That skater, I forgot her name. The whole Tanya Harding thing. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of her name. That whole situation. And I tweeted Tatum on Twitter. I said, Tatum, you should have listened to me. You should have stayed with Rosemary and Wendy Choo Choo and the prophecy. We could have protected you, but what do? It's like, oh, am I going to go with a cuckling? Because you didn't listen to Rosemary. You didn't listen to Wendy Choo Choo. So they said, fuck you. Get out of here. Go play with your dolls. And you couldn't find anybody. You find Lyra. Like, that worked. They're still friends, but blah, 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 blah. And what happens? When you break away from the prophecy and, you don't want anything to do with them, you act like a schmuck and you get treated as such. See? It happened. I lost a few friends that were in the prophecy. They were good friends. I turned their back on me because they didn't want to help me, so it is what it is. And I said, well, fuck them. Now, a couple of them are getting the treatment, which they rightfully deserve. But the other ones, they're getting back on their feet. I wish them well. And I hope they have great success. But those two other guys, they can rot in hell. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, so that ends NXT for this coming week. And we'll see what happens on night 2 of Gold Rush with, I already told you about the spoilers of Fallon Henley winning the Speed title and Xia Li, the new TNA Knockouts champion. So, if you want to watch it, go ahead. If you don't want to hear it, want to watch it and find out what I just said with the spoilers, then don't watch it. But you're going to watch it anyway. So, it is what it is. Alright, so night 1 of Gold Rush, decent. I gave it, 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment down below. And that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, I'm going to go have some din-din. I'm going to have a little light dinner, and then I'm going to watch a movie, and then go to bed. But, I'm going to watch a movie, and then, a little bit later, I'm going to do my AEW Dynamite and Collision right here on the channel. Since it was a double show, so I'm going to do it right here on the channel. So, 3 videos for that ace coming up tonight. And then tomorrow, we'll talk about TNA and Ring of Honor in the afternoon, on your Friday afternoon, getting ready for SmackDown tomorrow night. And then the weekend, that'll be it. So, don't forget, Full Gear predictions will come early Saturday, because I do gotta go out early Saturday to a concert. I might be back for Full Gear. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how long the concert is. If I have to do anything after that, we go, after festivities. I might miss a little bit of it, but I think I'm gonna get near. I probably will watch either the beginning of it, or miss a couple matches and watch the rest of it, or I might catch the end of it. But we'll see what happens with that. But that's Saturday, so we're gonna wait till tomorrow. We got everything to do tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. So, have a great rest of your Thursday night, and until then, peace.